All right, so get this. Conor McGregor for president of Ireland. Like, what? This isn't some kind of joke, right?
Well, it's definitely making headlines.
It's everywhere. Even the Italian media's picked up on it. So today we are diving into this whole Conor McGregor for president thing.
This is one of the stories where you're like, is this for real? You know, it's like a movie.
Yeah, for real. So, okay, before we really get into it, for people who only know him from those whiskey ads, who are we really talking about here?
Yeah, because there is a bit more to Conor McGregor than meets the eye, I would say.
Because this is just some random celebrity, right? This is Conor McGregor, the guy who came from nothing in Dublin, became a, what was it, 2-division UFC champion, global icon. I mean, the guy's got his own clothing line, the whiskey, everything. But then there's also, we got to mention it, right? The controversies, the fights, the arrests.
He really is this real paradox, this interesting character.
Right.
Where he's a working class hero to some, and then to others he's a bit much. You know? So you do have to wonder, like, how does the Irish public as a whole really view Conor McGregor? Is it enough to kind of outweigh all the other stuff?
That's the question, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't win an election if people don't actually like you.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your take? What do you think? What's his standing?
Well, imagine you walk into a pub in Dublin, right? And you got one side of the pub chanting his name. They got the proper 12 in hand.
Yeah.
They love this guy.
The hometown hero, right?
They see him as the self-made man, the true grit.
They love the underdog.
They love the underdog. That's it. But then on the other side of the pub, you've got people. And they're like, oh, God, here we go again. You know, it's like he's an embarrassment to the image of Ireland.
And it's not just, I mean, it's Ireland, right? You've got Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. These parties have been around forever. They're not just going to let him waltz in.
Yeah, I mean, this is really where it gets interesting, because you have to ask yourself, can he really capture that kind of that outsider energy that's been so popular in other places,
right?
And turn it into an actual political force?
So you've got this whole political world, right? And everyone's playing by the rules, and a McGregor comes in, total curveball.
Well, I mean, instead of, the traditional press conference, he goes on X, Twitter, whatever,
right,
and just drops these major statements out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No big speeches or anything, just Conor being Conor.
Classic.
Talking about how he's got all the answers, how everyone else is just a bunch of crooks.
Sounds a bit like, what's his name? William Wallace. Braveheart.
Yeah, and you can't discount that, right?
Yeah.
Especially these days when no one trusts the government.
For sure.
I mean, think about it. Zelensky, Trump, people love an outsider. It's like they tap into something. It's like it's us versus them.
Okay, but McGregor, he takes it up a notch, yeah. He starts talking about getting rid of the Dáil,
right?
Which, for people who don't know, that's their parliament. Like, he's going to dissolve the whole thing. I mean, come on.
It's definitely a bold move.
It's crazy.
But is it just talk, Or is he actually trying to win over voters who want something totally different?
Because you got to admit, even if he doesn't mean it, everyone's talking about it. And then, oh boy, then comes the Andrew Tate thing. Now that one I did not see coming.
That's a wild card.
This is Andrew Tate, right? Kickboxer, whatever you want to call him online, banned from what? Everywhere?
Pretty much, yeah.
All because of, let's just say, controversial opinions. And he's out there endorsing Conor McGregor for president.
Yeah. Not your typical political move.
Talk about an odd couple. I mean, Tate, his whole thing is like pushing buttons, especially, when it comes to women, which, let's be real, not the best look for a serious candidate.
No, not really.
So what's the deal there?
Maybe that's the whole point, McGregor's not playing by the normal rules. Maybe he wants someone like Tate, someone who, rejects the system.
It's like he's building, the ultimate, I don't know, rebel alliance or something.
Right.
But, okay, realistically, can this actually work? Can Conor McGregor, can he actually be the president of Ireland?
I mean, that's the question, right?
It is the question.
And I don't know if it's an easy answer.
So break it down for us. How does this go from, crazy tweets to, a real thing?
Well, for one thing, all those people online, those likes, those retweets, those got to turn into actual votes.
Right, because online and the real world, it's not the same.
No, not at all. And then there's the whole, Irish political system. It's not like they just let anyone in.
No.
I mean, you've got, like you said, Fianna Fáil, these parties that have been around forever, right? Can Conor McGregor really compete with that? Can he build, a real campaign, get people to take him seriously?
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And, okay, even if he somehow does all of that, then what? What does a president Conor McGregor even look like?
That's the real head scratcher.
Because I don't even know.
Does he run the country like he's in the octagon?
Oh,
You
God.
know, or will he actually like calm down and play by the rules? Who knows?
And the state dinners. I mean, can you imagine?
It would be must-see TV, that's for sure.
I watch it.
But jokes aside, it would be really interesting to see how Ireland and all its history, handles something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. And honestly, I don't think anyone has the answers, do they?
Not yet, at least.
But I think that's what makes it so fascinating. Conor McGregor, love him or hate him, he makes you pay attention. You want to see what happens next.
He keeps things interesting.
He really does. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be back here in a few years talking about the legacy of President McGregor.
No, that would be something.
That's all the time we have for today, but wow, what a deep dive. Thanks for listening.